Welcome to the fourth video update for Tiny Dancer. The 4-year-old Oldenburg filly entered in this year's event horse Futurity. Our training with Kelly has been a little slower than we had hoped. I am not 100% sure we will make it to any of the young event horse qualifiers this year, unfortunately. But we are working really hard to try to get to the last one in September before the championships in October. We had a really good momentum in the winter and early spring until we started to have some issues with saddle fit and some pain while she was in heat. We did finally work through all of those issues, but then some poorly timed health issues for myself knocked us back even further. So in this video, you can see here we're lunging in one of our pastures, getting her used to changing between trot and canter, trying to get her to open up a little more in the gallop, going on these uneven areas of our field. We have some valleys, some little hills, and a little bit later in this video you'll see us going over some cross-country jumps at home as well. Her progress under saddle has been going pretty smoothly. We are still developing the canter and getting her a little more comfortable in that, but she's doing much better now that she's more comfortable. We also have a couple of farm schooling outings coming up here very shortly where we're going to take her down to other farms with some cross-country jumps to see how she handles those. She is generally very brave, but obviously in this video it was very hot that day and she didn't really want to jump anything, and I think part of it was the red jump that's next to the little brush box she's jumping now. The horses I've worked with really seem to hate the color red, so I've been trying to incorporate that in a lot of my jumps and get them used to it at home so they're not as scared by it out in the field. Part of the reason that we haven't been to a qualifier yet is because she is still figuring out how to use her feet and her body. I've mentioned this in other videos, but she's a very late baby, so she's still growing, she's still figuring some things out. And I'm not trying to push her too hard, too fast. We want it to be a nice, slow, smooth progression so she's comfortable with everything she's doing. I think the next big hurdle is going to be getting her used to water. That is one thing that we don't have here at home that we are trying to find a good place to take her to school in, hoping to get her down to Lochmoy sometime very soon. We unfortunately did not get much riding video of her recently, so I've just included this little photo here of one of our rides before we moved over to our new riding arena. But overall, training with her, we're going on a slow and steady wins the race type thing, making sure she's happy, comfortable, not anxious in any of the new things she's learning, and so far so good. While we are a little disappointed that we haven't made it to a qualifier yet, we are moving at her pace, whatever she's comfortable with, so hopefully, maybe, she will be ready and happy to go to the qualifier in September.